Ready? 1, 2, 3. But it all seems to be there. Battery contacts look nice and clean. The on-off switch doesn't feel too good, but I think it's the design. Spongy. Type C batteries. And by a stroke of luck, I do have some. How on earth are you supposed to get into there? It was bought as faulty, and we'll have a first switch on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Not a sausage. That feels like the board inside's getting pressed down as you try to switch it on. So I'm hoping there is a circuit board inside. It doesn't say if it's negative or positive polarity. Oh, it does, negative polarity. Let's see if I've got something to fit that. Well, I think that's the one. And I've got this lead coming from my power supply, which I'll have to swap the leads over because it's negative polarity. Switch my power supply on. I've got my leads crossed over on the power supply. Right, I'm going to give it 6 volts. It's on here, so I'm going to switch on at the power supply, and it's not doing a sausage. Not a thing. Have I bought a lemon? I'm sure I don't have to take this one out. There we go. Well, at least there's something in there. See the little black, looks like a burn on the screen there. That's a good sign. That is what that screw's for. There we go. That looks alright, you know. So you just have to short these 2 pads to get it to come on. I can't see any loose wires. Yeah, that's quite clean there. That's the bottom of the switch. There's just a couple of springs on there. That's why it feels not so good. So that could probably just hold that on top of there and give it some power. More power. 6 volts. Let's put that across there. Nothing. Let's make sure we've got 6 volts. Help if I was on the right one. Yep. Yeah, I've got 5 volts at the switch there. So it comes in there, jumps across there, and then it goes to the board. So there must be something on the board. So there's 4 screws in the front here, which I'm assuming you have to take off. I haven't checked. So I'm thinking it's going to be a faulty regulator. Which is this one. We'll have a look at this in diode mode. 0.6, open, 0.5, 2.6. It's not shorted. That might be okay. There's another little transistor at the bottom here, this one, 0.6, 0.5, 2.2. That doesn't look shorted neither. Awesome. There's a couple of more little transistors here, and I think there's an XO1 there. That might be a timer. Now, it didn't pull any amps when I turned it on, so I don't think this is short. I'm going to have a little bit of a poke about. So what I've done, I've soldered a little jumper wire from the 6 volts positive to the 6 volts positive on this side of the switch, so I don't have to worry about the switch being on or off. It's always on. So I will give it some voltage, and I will check to make sure I've got 6 volts here, and I do. I'm trying to check this. It doesn't seem to have any voltage on either side of it. We've got voltage on the, I think that's a resistor there, so that's a good sign. We've got 5.9 there on that little transistor, 5.3 coming out of it. I've got 5.3 on the base of that transistor. I don't seem to have anything coming out of it. And I think middle's ground. So is that the fault? Right, switch off. I think that could be the fault. Right, so, oh god. Right, so we're on. I'm definitely on. Am I on the right component here? I am. I definitely had 5 volts earlier. 5 voltish. But now nothing. Voltage comes into the board here. This side. I haven't got it plugged in. I haven't got it plugged in. You flipping idiot. Oh, God, better man. Right. Start again. Now I've definitely got it plugged in. 6 volts. What's happening? It's one of them things where when something goes wrong, it kind of sets everything else off. Right, 5 volts. 5.3 and nothing coming out. Oh, it's the middle one. Base collector and emitter. So 5.9 on the 5.3 out. Collector 6 volts. Base 5.3 volts on the base. Got some little transistors up here. They don't seem to have anything on. Just going to reflow these joints on that main transistor. Right, switch on. No. I didn't think it would, but it was just to rule it out. Right, 5.9 coming in the middle. 5.3 on one side. I'm assuming that's ground on the other side. But I don't know if it is or not, because ground, that side, comes up to this resistor. Base collector and emitter. I'll have to have a look. Emitter sounds like it should be emitting something. Now that's interesting because it's drawn 0.06 of an amp. Well, it wasn't before. I'm sure it comes on when you switch it on. You don't have to press start. I'm positive. Yeah. There's definitely something more interesting wrong with this one. This is an 882 NPN bipolar BJT. Now, I've actually got a bag of them. This way would be better, wouldn't it? So from the base to the emitter on this one, that looks like it's straight through. But I've got a diode on this one. So I'm going to whip this one out, put a new one in and see what it does. Oh, I didn't think it would come out easy as that. There we go. I'll put the other one in first, but I will test the one I've just taken out. And I'm assuming it's the same with the writing facing up. Just like that. I think I might have a bridge. These dark boards are terrible. That looks like a cold joint. But I think it's just the light. Right, multimeter in continuity mode. Just to make sure I don't have any bridges. I'm going to let that cool down for a second, because I've got this one and I've got some more. So I can compare these two. So let's go in diode mode. It was between the outside pins. The base and the emitter is 0.04. On a proper one, it is open. If I swap the pins, it is 0.7 and 0.04. So that one's definitely seems to be faulty. So is that the fault? I've got to cut the pins off the back, but it's good enough to test it. Right, plug this in. I've worked on similar ones, and in the past I've had this piezo thing flopping about, and while it's been switched on, it's actually shorted out a couple of pins. So that's something to look out for. I blew a chip up. Right, that's going to get 6 volts. Ready? Go. Yes, look. Fantastic. Press the start. And there we are, left and right. That was it. Right, so I'll turn that off. We'll get this back together and we'll see if it's working properly. I'll give that a clean up with some isopropyl alcohol. Oh, I need to take this off. I'll clean these pads up while I'm on, but they're very clean. I'm going to spray a little bit of 10 Super Switch Cleaner in there. It just acts as a bit of a lubricant. Won't do any harm. Better not anyways, it was expensive. I remember that one face down. Oh, I better go and clean these up. Look how clean they were. I don't think it's had much use, to be fair. I think this is going to be a bit of a pain. I think you might have to put this on upside down. Just wondering if that's keyed. So it's got to go that way. But if I put the spring on there, if I tip that up, it's going to all fall out. And if I drop it on the table, they're definitely all going to fall out. That feels okay. That feels alright actually. I might have done it first time. The single screw went in there. Perfect. And this is the screen. The screen. Got a hair on it. The little screen's a bit wonky, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I should have tested that power switch before I started screwing it all back together. Let's do that now. Switch on. Brilliant. Switch off. And then the top bit's a magnifier. Clunk, click every trip. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spot on. Right, we'll test the batteries. Oh well, there you go. Oh, you've spoiled it now. Spoiled it by leaving it on. There you go. I'll switch it off. I'll switch it back on. I'll see if that select button's working. It's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Brilliant. God, it sounds awful now. I'll switch it off. These were probably quite expensive when they came out. I am really pleased with that. I bet you're wondering how much I paid for it. Right, that's the one I bought. £25 plus £5.50 postage from St Luke's Hospice. So whoever donated that to St Luke's Hospice, thank you very much. They do tend to go for around that price. Some of them a little bit more. It's getting one with a battery cover. Sadly not working and missing cover. There's another one without a battery cover. And there's another one with a red logo on. That's been serviced. Has mine been serviced now then? I think it has. I did clean it out. Right, anyways, well that... Oh, look at the dirt in the bottom there. I'll have to clean this bit out. But that makes a nice little change from Game Boys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'd appreciate a like if you found it entertaining and you've watched this far. And consider subscribing if you like this type of content. And that's it for today's video. I hope to see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Pew, pew, pew.